Hey y'all, random history stuff going on here. So this is Harlon Carter. He was the head of the NRA from 1977 to like 1985 or 87. He's one of the ones that basically turned the NRA from a marksman organization into what we know it is today. And random history fact about him, he was convicted of murder in Laredo, Texas back in like 31. His dad was a Border Patrol agent and Harlon was convicted of murder. What's interesting is this article describes that the youth that was killed, his name was Ramon Cassiano. It describes him as being 18, and the court documents show that he's either 15 or 13, and Harlon was 17 at the time. And the stories that I've read, and again, I've been through news articles from the time, basically his mother was concerned because apparently their car was stolen or attempted to be stolen a few weeks prior. So his mama saw some kids in the area and was like, oh my God, the whole thing, whatever that was. And Harlon went and found some kids that were in the area swimming in a nearby pond. And he was like, the fuck are you doing here? Come back to my house so I can alert the authorities to your presence, basically, because I guess he's the police. And in the news reportings, some of them you'll see where Harlon says that the guy had a knife, and so then Harlon had to shoot him. But that wasn't what the witnesses stated. The witnesses basically stated, Ramon was like, no, you're not gonna shoot me, and like pushed his gun away basically at some point. And then Harlon shot him. He did have a knife, but again, the witnesses didn't try to stab me. It was just like, haha, bitch, you're not gonna fucking shoot me or whatever. But of course he did. And he was convicted. And then the case was appealed, and a judge overturned the conviction based on not only evidence, but based on the way that the judge in the original case communicated the self-defense rules to the jury. And then the next article I see about Harlon is about him graduating from high school and then him getting the best score in a shooting contest. And I think he's a Border Patrol agent by this time. He ended up going to college and getting a law degree, and he becomes, basically he's the guy in charge when they do Operation Wetback, which is hilarious, isn't it? Something I find interesting, and I will say for Harlon, is during this article, and I think it was in the 50s, this article, basically he's saying that ranchers in California and Texas are the ones that are causing the invasion problem because they're still sneaking people in, which is what's happening now, I'm sure. But it's very interesting that he actually said it on record. And then like the rest of Harlon's life is basically just being in leadership for the Border Patrol, and then he switches over to the NRA. And then something interesting about the NRA, there was him and another guy who were like competitive for the head of the NRA. And apparently they were both crazy. The other guy, Neil Knox, started some magazines and publications about gun rights. His kids run it now, his sons. But interesting about Neil, like with Harlon, I can see all the marksman stuff, like all of the championships and the contests that he's been in over the years, over the decades, and also with Border Patrol. With Neil, he just seems to be some random guy that writes about gun rights. Like, that's it. And random information, so I was looking up stuff on Neil Knox, and if you look right here, about a third of the way down, it's announcing that he went in for surgery for his tonsils when he was 5. And as I look through all of these old papers, it's crazy. Like there's so many announcements like for people traveling and coming to town. Like that was news for them back in the days. Like if you're having surgery, that's news. If you're visiting from out of town, that's news. If you're coming back from being out of town, that's news. And they would list your goddamn address. A lot of these news reports would list your address, which is fucking insane. Imagine doing that today. Anyways, let me know if anything surprised you about this. What do you think about my random history facts? Because as I'm looking for history on current topics, I'm running across all kinds of random stuff. So let me know if you like this stuff. Just trying it out.